Rox D. Xebec has been proclaimed the most dangerous pirate to sail the seas in One Piece. So perhaps Roger and Garp needed help taking him down. One of the most desired to watch battles in One Piece history is the confrontation at God Valley. This is where Monkey D. Garp earned his title as the hero of the Marines and where some of the heaviest hitters in the series clashed in a battle beyond anything fans have witnessed thus far. It is also where Gol D. Roger and Garp supposedly teamed up to defeat the strongest and most dangerous pirates to grace the seas in recent memory, Rox D. Xebec. Xebec was the captain of the Rox Pirates, which had 3 of the 4 previous generation Yonkō on its crew: Edward Newgate, better known as Whitebeard Kaido, and Charlotte Linlin. It is debated whether Roger served as the 4th emperor of the sea before Red-Haired Shanks took up the role, or perhaps there were simply 3 emperors and 1 pirate king. Regardless, Xebec must have been a formidable warrior to have the strongest man, woman, and creature under his command. It seems wild to imagine Roger and Garp could defeat him and the rest of the Rox crew alone, but maybe they did it with some help. Gauging the Emperor's power in One Piece. It is mentioned and shown during Kazuki Oden's journal flashbacks that Whitebeard and Roger were almost equal in strength during their primes, and were friendly rivals. On this information alone, it seems peculiar that Roger could compete with all of Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido at God Valley. Even with Garp by his side, there was still Xebec, Golden Lion Shiki, and the rest of the Rox crew to fight. Surely, Whitebeard alone would have been enough to keep Roger busy for days, considering Garp's power. There is little doubt that he was the strongest Marine in his prime. His strength would have waned somewhat in age, but not entirely. This is likely why he was given so much freedom. However, even when combining his perceived strength with Roger's, the pair would surely have their hands full with the future Yonkō, let alone Xebec, who is implied to be stronger than the lot of them. A captain does not create such a fearsome crew if he cannot keep them in line. This leads many One Piece fans to believe the events at God Valley were not so cut and dry, but in fact full of deceit and betrayal. Xebec was too powerful and dangerous to remain the ruler of the sea, and everyone knew it, including his crew. Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom may have betrayed Xebec. It is not impossible that the world government's 5 elders took advantage of the situation, seeing as their manipulative puppeteering is already being displayed throughout One Piece. It is also no coincidence that the Yonkō titles were created after the God Valley incident, granted to those who'd been under the command of a pirate who threatened the order the world government had maintained for so long. And it would make more sense to throw any who served Xebec and to impel down and end their reputation forever. Instead, Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom were given power, status, and territory. All this evidence points to the idea that either the future Yonkō turned on Xebec and assisted in the Rox pirates' destruction, or they did not involve themselves at all. Narratively, it makes little sense for them to have fought against Garp and Roger, lost, then either receive emperor positions or be allowed to take territory after their crew was destroyed. If they were offered their places as Yonkō in exchange for the betrayal of Xebec at God Valley, then it makes sense that they remained prevalent in One Piece's world. The possible reasons for betrayal would vary. Perhaps they saw Xebec as too dangerous, wanted to surpass him, or simply wished to build their own world. In the end, this direction of thought makes far more sense than believing that Garp and Roger were able to overcome them all alone. If they were the strongest beings to have ever walked the One Piece world, which could also be true. The idea of betrayal could bleed into the series' future narrative, possibly into Blackbeard's arc and his growing but still unknown connection to Xebec.